Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. Pedri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Araujo promptly onto that, and that is that. A probing pass, and this is Forlan. And he's gone looking for safety. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, good ball! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
I still feel that this man, Diego Forlan, is a little unappreciated, Peter, despite all of his achievements.
Why might that be?
I suppose the fact that success came slowly. His career has been a tale of patience and early setbacks, but that's what made him what he is now. In many ways, it's made him much stronger.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And here's Bellingham. He shifted it to the flank. He has found the way through. Balde, up he goes! He will be livid with himself. Koundé carries the ball down the right. Pedri. Good ball, good take. Isco. That is lovely. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. It's run loose. Who's going to get... And the shot! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
And he's been shifted off it. Balde going full tilt down the left. Bellingham. And it's Pedri. Madrid looking to pass their way through. It's Forlan! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Araujo. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And it's Bellingham. Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Villa. He's found a way through. David Villa! And that'll be the final action of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're underway again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is...
It's Neymar! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
No way through. Griezmann, very much a man of this moment. Madrid finding their passes. And this is Forlan. He might... Forlan! Forlan! That is a beauty!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Madrid penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch.
He's had a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And here's Messi. And it's Bellingham. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, shooting chance! In he goes again. They've done it! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Madrid can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Forlan. Bellingham. And he's surging through. Bellingham takes control of it and he's on the move. There's the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the keeper's given it away. Isco. Half an hour gone in the second half. David Villa. And this is Luis Suarez. Bellingham.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. David Villa. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. De Jong. And it's Guti. He's being urged to shoot. And they're back on the ball again. And Guti! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. It's Forlan. Now it's Messi. Looking for the run. And he's worked it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And he cuts out the supply. Stood up well to him there. He is through here. David Villa! It's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And that's it. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. Edwin van der Sar, such a calm, composed keeper.
He is one of the first sweeper keepers, Peter, because his feet are almost as good as his hands.
Nesta. It's a searching pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Messi. Cruyff. And here's Cruyff. Lahm, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nicely aimed pass. All the way back. Quarter of an hour played.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Pirlo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just...
It's Nedved! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cruyff. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Played out to the right. He's in plenty of space here. Lewis, chance for a shot! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And Atletico Paranaense take the lead. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Atletico Paranaense have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And it's Xavi Alonso. That's a sharp pass. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And he's intervened well there. Pirlo. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Xavi Alonso. Cruyff. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Atletico Paranaense have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. Here we go again then. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Can he finish? It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Atletico Paranaense have got it back and they'll have another go. He's going for goal! Good chance here! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away. Suarez at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's Lam. Lam got a long way forward to join the attack. Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
No way through there. Cruyff. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Suarez. And that pass just didn't quite work. This might spell danger. Luis Suarez! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Suarez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again...
And Cruyff! And he should have made it 4.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while. Atletico Paranaense couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cannavaro. And this is Luis Suarez. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. An instinct. Oh, what a climb! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Final touch was poor. Atletico Paranaense with the corner. They're first. Terrific header! And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking for the run. Can he latch on to this? Pepe kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lam. Tries to play it through. Xavi Alonso. Nedved.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Pirlo. Lam. Pele. 4 added minutes on the board. Bale. And here's Cruyff. He has a look out. Rummenigge! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper. And we're done. Atletico Paranaense pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost, I see him as someone who always puts in and on a shift. He'll do everything his manager asks him to do and will rarely let you down.
And the finish! Goal! Morocco! And Morocco score first! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Atletico Paranaense are already chasing. He's had a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Messi clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
And claimed it back swiftly. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Can he finish? And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Robertson, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Now it's Cruyff. Mbappe. That ball looks a good one. It's Lewandowski! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Vieira with the clearance. Vieira gets a foot in here. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Played in deep. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Luis Suarez dominates aerially so often. And it's Belletti. Decent chance! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Cruyff, and he's picked out the run. Robertson. And that has left him in a heap. Cruyff. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Vieira.
3 minutes at a time.
Can he get it through? Now it's Luis Suarez. Now he's got space here. Nice interception. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substitution.
Morocco get the second half started. Xavi Alonso. That pass has been well intercepted. It's a pretty loose pass. Messi. Oh, he's found support out wide. Cleared away. And he's there to retrieve it. Cruyff! And that's going up front in a hurry. Nesta gets over and intercepts. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe. He might be in here! Xavi Alonso knocks it into space. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
A probing pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he's managed to get rid. And here's Cruyff. And it's Nedved. Oh no, this does not look good. Luis Suarez. Marquinhos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a promising position. Xavi Alonso. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Foden. Knocks it out wide. Robertson looking to get on the end of this. Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press. Cruyff providing an outlet on that flank.
Atletico Paranense really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now this could be a chance. Robertson. Now it's Mbappe. That is ended up in no man's land. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And no, that was never going to make it.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And we're done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Messi, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome. But we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Messi! Messi! Genius!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Atletico Paranense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing there.
And Messi! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Messi. Cruyff. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot a goal! Oh, taken with style. And they're at it again in double quick time. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical...
Messi! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 3! He is flying! A vast presence, and there is no stopping him. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Atletico Paranaense find a position of real strength now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Stood up well to him there. He won't be happy with that one. Nuno Mendes. Vinicius Junior. He's found a way through. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Cannavaro. Nuno Mendes. That is ended up in no man's land. Cruyff. Now it's Van Basten. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Messi. Mendes cuts it out. Vinicius Junior. Rodri. Vinicius Junior.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Xavi Alonso. Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never out. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Atletico Paranaense absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Atletico Paranaense very much in control here, 3 up and cruising.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 5, Suarez. Number 20.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Number 13, Xabi Alonso.
Messi, well timed, excellent interception.
Number 7, Jan
And here's Messi.
Number 3,
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
number 20.
And he shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Plays a sharp little ball here. Quick look, then it's a mighty effort! No joy, but a decent try. There could be trouble here. Atletico Paranaense are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And here's Messi. Tries to pass it through.
Cruyff really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Climbs up big! And it's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Atletico Paranaense are having a ball here. An instinctive delivery. Walker with the clearance. Driving forward. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he was quick to react. Guti. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. And he's managed to get free. Vinicius Junior. Guti. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff goes steaming forward. Rodri. Time and again they are repelled. And here's Cruyff. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Lam. And it's Guti. That's Maldini. And that's it. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponent. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Nedved! An early chance there, first of the game. And we have our very first corner. He's got tall, and he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So, a breakthrough already.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for options for movement. That's the keeper's ball. Could move up a gear here. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And it's Azar. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He shifted it to the flank. That pass has been well intercepted. Messi, and that could set him on his way. He's shifting through the gears here. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cruyff. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Kukchu getting this one clear. Marquinhos with the clearance. Nicked it back promptly. Atletico Paranaense are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Marquinhos, always a very imposing presence at the back. Luis Suarez. Danger averted for now. Atletico Paranaense have got it back and they'll have another go. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That's good running with the ball. Can he get it through? Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Chance! And he's there to get it away. Good effort from distance. It's their second corner of the game.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Atletico Paranaense are looking to go forward now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that's it for the first half, a breathless ending. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Atletico Paranaense go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. And it's Lam. He is through here. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Not the most accurate pass. Mbappe couldn't squeeze it through. Nesta. Still just a single goal between the sides. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That looks big header! Goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Atletico Paranaense are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Lam plays it in. And it's Cruyff. Lam is onto this. And can he finish it? That's another chance. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
It's out of play, and it is a goal kick.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cleared away. Played out wide.
Cruyff really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nedved. KOLLER. Great vision. He's picked his way through. And he's taking no chances there. Haaland wins the duel this time.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that is as far as it goes. Atletico Paranaense, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now.
Just a quick reminder.
KOLLER voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Passes short and good chance here! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nedved. And Cruyff! Oh no, this does not look good. Oh, that's neat. Xabi Alonso, he's got to... Goal! Atletico Paranaense! A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Nicely weighted ball. Now the cross, terrific header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now, can they get him away? And this is Messi. Now the ball in. Out of play for a goal kick. And it's Davids. Played out wide. Now that looks a decent ball. Deep cross. Maldini is there and he can get that clear. 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Messi. And this is Luis Suarez. Incoming delivery. Big header! Really well taken goal. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Atletico Paranaense are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Lam. Messi. Pele. Crosses it in. And that's really well manoeuvred. Luis Suarez. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. And it's Messi. And this is Pele. And he's... Pele! It's there! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal. And that is about as cool as they... And the first half is done. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Atletico Paranaense head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 6, Johan Cruyff.
And we're off again.
Number 17, Bale. Substitution.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And Messi! And it's in! AC Milan are all square. Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
We have ourselves a real game here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Alonso, little pass back. It's a good spell of possession, this. Messi. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. Atletico Paranaense really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Messi. Nesta was in no mood for any of that. Atletico Paranaense still have the cards to affect this game. Vieira. And it's Messi. And that has been slung wide. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Zico. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Lam. Short changes him with that pass. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to get free.
Atletico Paranaense really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Lam. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner. He's gone for goal!
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Number 10, Messi. Number 13, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field.
Schmeichel claims comfortably. Atletico Paranaense have the chance to go the other way.
Substitution in progress.
Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ribery! Oh, that was no routine save.
Ribery clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And here's Ribery. Looking for the run. Oh, good take in a good area. Chance! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously. And that is that. Atletico Paranaense have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Atletico Paranaense leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yep, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Now it's Neymar. Great defending, strong and determined. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Suarez. Mbappe. Quarter of an hour played. That's a good ball out wide. And he's picked it up out wide. Drives it in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And claimed it back swiftly. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bergomi. And here's Messi. Carvajal calmly anticipates. Maldini gets over and intercepts. Rice. Robertson.
Morientes really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Not the most accurate pass. And it's Neymar. He has found the way through. Neymar! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! There is the breakthrough. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Borussia Dortmund have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 13.
That gets things going for the second half.
Atletico Paranaense really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Number 17.
Cleared without complication. Bale. Lam. He's got away. And up he goes! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
And it's Neymar. Robertson is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Atletico Paranaense come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And here's Messi. Neymar.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Atletico Paranaense still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. And here's Bale. KOLLER. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 20, Lilian Thuram.
In towards the back stick.
Messi.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Number 21, Guti. Number 9, Ribery.
Now it's Forlan. Now it's Bale. This looks promising. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Nesta.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible. Bale really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Played out wide. And it's he rises! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Rice producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Atletico Paranaense are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
It's a mighty effort! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this is Bale. Lahm picks it up out wide. Oh, smashing header! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
He's not a defender at all. And Cruyff! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Fenerbahce are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Shot could be on. Oh, shooting chance! He scored! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline.
Can he finish? Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! He's got himself an absolute peach. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Atletico Paranaense find a position of real strength now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment.
Ibrahimovic! It's in! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Fenerbahce give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Messi. Danger averted for now. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Ambitious ball here. And that has been cut short. And this is Luis Suarez. Iniesta tries to play it through. Vieira. Messi. Hazard, who does have an assist to his name.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, that has not gone well. Atletico Paranaense heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, easy pickings there. Threads one in. And this is Messi. And Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And there is the half-time whistle.
Atletico Paranaense are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Atletico Paranaense head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead.
Substitutions taking place.
So off we go once more. Luis Suarez, and he cuts out the supply. Iniesta. Rui Costa. Fenerbahce looking to pass their way through. Vieira. A probing pass. And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Messi. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Atletico Paranense clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quit.
Great chance! Oh, taken with style. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 5.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Johan Cruyff.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
17. Bale.
Deftly away.
Number 3. Now.
So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos clears it away. That'll be a throw-in. That's tidy. And he's whipped it across. Buffon claims it without any fuss. Thuram, a picture of focus and alertness. Short changes him with that pass. Can he get it through? Lahm, hoist it in. And that should get the job done. Atletico Paranaense perhaps contemplating their next change here. And here's Messi, in with the challenge.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nesta gets over and intercepts. KOLLER.
Atletico Paranense surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Nedved. Van Bouten clears it away. And it's Lahm. And there's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Osimhen gets it away. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Indicated.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bale in acres of space out wide. There's the header! He's got a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength. That's that, the end. Atletico Paranaense can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I think you and I...
Big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And here's Messi. Doué goes on a charge down the left, and that has been cut short. Xavi Alonso. And here's Torres. And the pass is intercepted. Tries to pass it through. And this is Messi. Messi shoots! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And Atletico Paranaense take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Atletico Paranaense have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And here's Messi. Gets a good foot in there. And he's surging through. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And the shot! Sticks it away! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Deftly away. Nice physical challenge. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Pinches it off him. Nedved. Great vision. Suarez is flagged offside. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Cruyff. Dink through. And he was alert to it. Well, there's the clearance.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Messi. Great ball. And the finish! It's there!
Cruyff really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on, and he put it on a plate for his teammate.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
Just a quick
No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Atletico Paranaense are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold. He's gone for goal! Messi. Haaland. He's found a way through. He has a look up. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 5.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Number 6.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Number 7.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Number 3.
And the shot! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And they've got their lead back.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Atletico Paranaense get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Rijkaard did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. He might... Ribéry! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away? And that's a... Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Fernando Torres actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. And a chance! It's a loose ball. Serginho's cross. Oh, he's trying it! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Haaland. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Vieira. Lahm. Nicely weighted ball. Picked out brilliantly. Crossed in. Oh, smashing header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Atletico Paranaense really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Looking for options for movement. Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Now he's off and running. And it's Ribéry. He is through here. Oh, this is a great position. There's the shot! It's in! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Lahm demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. He's in plenty of space here. A header! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foe. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Atletico Paranaense can look back on a nigh